Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4.
Week is beginning on a very mild note throughout central and eastern Kentucky, but the Arctic Express is ready to pull into town. I'll time the arrival of that just ahead.
People in a Lexington neighborhood say thieves aren't just stealing from their unlocked cars, they're stealing cars too.
The new head of Veterans Affairs announces the largest restructuring in the department's history.
Welcome to WKYT News at 4. I'm Jennifer Palumbo. It is a great start to the week, but big changes are on the way. This afternoon, we have sunshine, a little bit of cloudy, and temperatures in the 60s. You're looking at Triangle Park in downtown Lexington, where the ice rink is not seeing much action today. Enjoy this nice weather while you can, because it won't last much longer. WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has a first look at the forecast. Chris, what a great day.
Yeah, it really is. And the ice rink, trust me, over the next several days, going to see a lot of action because our temperatures, Jennifer, are getting ready to tank. We're going into a pattern that looks more like it is January than the middle of November. It feels like November today, though. Very nice. Take a look outside with our live sky cam. Looking out across Hamburg Pavilion, some high clouds beginning to sneak on into town. Those are the clouds that are ahead of a massive, massive weather change. Current temperatures 60 to 65. Most areas we are warmer into southeastern Kentucky. That's another trend that will carry us into the day tomorrow because that Arctic air is coming in from west to east. Here's Live First Alert Defender. Nothing across central and eastern Kentucky except that little bank of cloud cover. Those are cirrus clouds. Should give us one heck of a view coming up here shortly of our sunset. Here's the Arctic front, though. It is across the plain states. It is snowing. This is a big snowstorm from the Dakotas, parts of Nebraska, through Minneapolis into the Great Lakes. That Arctic air is getting closer to Kansas City now. That will surge in here as we go through the next several days. Then a winter-looking pattern settles on into town. And again, Jennifer, this is straight out of January when you take a look at that 7-day forecast in about 10 minutes.
Thank you, Chris. A crime alert in a Lexington neighborhood, and it's not the first time it's happened. Several people had their cars broken into overnight off Man o' War near Alumni Drive. But this time, police say someone also stole a car before crashing it. WKYT's Mark Barber talks to one of the victims in our top story at 4.
Some people who live on Mount Rainier Drive say thieves have stolen from unlocked cars here 3 times in the past 6 months. So they weren't surprised when the thieves hit the neighborhood again this morning. Neighbors tell us the thieves broke into 2 cars on the street early this morning. Those who live here say they're worried the crooks aren't just after the valuables inside the cars anymore. Neighbors say they called police before 5 o'clock this morning when they saw a wrecked car sitting behind a house. A few hours later, the woman who owned the car showed up. She didn't want to go on camera, but she tells us the car thieves crashed her new Kia after taking it on a joyride. She lives about 1.5 miles away on Huntmaster Circle and says the thieves found a spare key to the car when they broke into another one of their vehicles. We're told the crooks crashed the car into a fence and then a tree on Mount Rainier Drive. While Sam Campbell's vehicles haven't been stolen, they have been hit by the thieves several times.
Our car has been gotten into twice, so suspect it's just kids out roaming the streets in the middle of the night looking for something, and they'll just, if they find a car that's unlocked, they'll open the car and see if there's anything in it worth stealing, and if there is, they take it.
People here say because the thieves stole from their cars so often, they almost expected it to happen every few weeks. But they say since a car has been stolen, they don't know what to expect anymore. In Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
So far, Lexington police have not made any arrests. The state medical examiner is now looking over human remains found this weekend in a central Kentucky field. The Anderson County Sheriff's Office says deer hunters found a man's wallet Saturday near Liberty Road. Deputies later found human remains nearby and collected dozens of bags of evidence. The coroner does not yet know if the wallet belongs to the victim. He's now working to see if there are any signs of foul play. When the Fayette County School Board meets tonight to talk about the search for a new superintendent, members will also talk about trying to get a waiver to build a new high school. The Herald Leader reports the Kentucky Department of Education will not approve the size of the proposed high school on Winchester Road. It's designed for 1,800 students and is scheduled to open in the fall of 2017. The board will also begin talking about a replacement for Dr. Tom Shelton, who's leaving at the end of the year to become the executive director of the Kentucky Association of School Superintendents. We're working on a number of other stories for WKYT starting at 4:30. Sam Dick joins us from the newsroom with a look at some of the news in progress. Good afternoon, Sam.
Good afternoon, Jennifer. The owner of a Madison County auction house says she will not let a fire put her out of business. Janet Roberts' business, Janet's Auction House, is in the same building as Midway Old Kentucky on Berea Road in Richmond. It burned on Saturday. The flames stopped short of that part of the building, but Roberts says there is some smoke and water damage.
I've already done all my crying, so I'm done with the crying. So now we'll just push forward and get through it.
Coming up on WKYT News at 4:30, you'll hear more from Roberts, including when she hopes to reopen. The Kentucky Supreme Court has overturned the conviction of a Montgomery County woman found guilty of killing her husband. Pam Bartley was convicted of second-degree manslaughter in the 2007 shooting death of her husband, Carl. In a divided decision, the state's high court threw out Bartley's conviction, saying a recorded conversation between her and a detective should not have been used as evidence. The Mount Sterling Advocate is reporting the state will appeal that ruling to the U.S. Supreme Court. We'll have reaction from the victim's family coming up on WKYT News at 6 o'clock. That's a look at some of the news in progress. Jennifer, back to you.
Thanks, Sam. Now to stories making headlines across the nation at 4. The new head of Veterans Affairs says he's reorganizing the agency. It comes after long wait times for care and scheduling cover-ups at many VA hospitals that led to the ouster of his predecessor. Craig Boswell has the latest from Washington.
After 3 months on the job, the new Veterans Affairs chief is rolling out the largest restructuring in the department's history. VA Secretary Robert McDonald gave 60 Minutes a preview.
Every decision we make, every criteria we use is going to be about the veteran. We're calling it My VA.
McDonald, a former Procter & Gamble CEO, says it's all about being more accessible and responsive to the department's 22 million customers.
We want them to view us as their VA. They know who to contact. They know where to go on the websites. They know what benefits are available.
With My VA, the department plans to hire a chief customer service officer, streamline the process for veterans, and create a network of community veteran advisory councils.
Some veterans groups say the changes they're seeing at the top levels of the VA are a step in the right direction, but the true test lies ahead.
Bill Roush served in Iraq.
What needs to happen first is for that veteran to walk into their clinic and to have a great experience from the moment when they make a phone call to schedule their appointment to the time they leave the hospital having received the care they need.
For McDonald, cleaning up the agency also means sweeping out some employees and hiring thousands more. That will take time. Craig Boswell, CBS News, Washington.
Part of the reorganization also includes allowing veterans to use a Veterans Choice card to get non-VA care in the future. Thousands of those cards are already in the mail. President Barack Obama says the U.S. and China can work together and that one country's prosperity doesn't have to come at the expense of the other. Today, Mr. Obama announced that the U.S. and China would start granting visas to each other's citizens that will be valid for up to 10 years. The president is in Beijing for a high-level summit. He's also pursuing a long-delayed trade pact with 11 other countries, excluding China. There could be flight delays over the next few days because of snow in parts of the Midwest. A powerful storm coming from Alaska will likely bring the first major snowfall of the season. Parts of Montana and the Dakotas already have a few inches on the ground, and now the storm is crawling into Minnesota and Wisconsin. Temperatures could plummet by as much as 40 degrees in a single day in some parts.